times have you guys had sex on this couch?
Oh, we're going.
Not enough. Yeah, for sure. Whatever the answer is, it's not enough.
What is the number one question people ask about your sex life or period, like what's it like to have sex with women?
I guess like, how does it work? Who controls it? Do you use toys? That's like right away what everybody asks me.
I was gonna say that. A lot of people just say how, and I don't even know how to answer that.
But I feel like people might think that you're like scuba diving across
Yeah.
a unicorn like cesspool and then mermaids are coming in. It's like not like that. It's just foreplay.
Right.
Basically, and then there are toys involved. Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't.
Right. So it's like foreplay to the extension, to the max extended. Guess that would be like the beginning for somebody else's.
Oh my God, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay.
See, like, I think about it because one of my favorite books ever is She Comes First, and it talks about foreplay for women being core play. And I think a lot of the times that people look at lesbian sex as like, well, what could you possibly be doing? Because we live in a society that is so penis-centric. Like,
Right.
the penis is supposed to cure cancer and, like, save babies. And
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Myth buster right here.
It doesn't. I feel like I interview a lot of my friends, or actually, when a lot of my friends, like straight girls or straight guys, but mostly straight girls, when they are the ones that ask me questions, I think we talked about this before, when they ask me questions and I turn around and I ask them questions, the majority of the time they're like, oh yeah, I don't orgasm every time I have sex with guys. I'm like, oh my God, like that does not happen in a lesbian relationship. Like, whoa, like you can't just leave here without orgasming at least a couple times. Like, what is wrong with you?
I've heard, for example, some women who are studs don't like to acknowledge their female parts at all.
Right.
They're really only about the strap-on and they don't want any type of like stimulation. So in some relationships, do some lesbians become like non-orgasmic by choice?
Yeah, in a way. Like, I have a lot of friends which would call touch me not studs, and like I think that it's a different mentality. They would feel like, you know, something happened in their lives to make them feel uncomfortable in that way to express themselves. So they kind of become closed off, but they are kind of attached to maybe a strap. And so like, you know, like I know a lot of my friends, like, you know, they do a strap and they have the girl like suck on the strap, like if it's there, you know what I mean? But it does something for them mentally.
Can we have like a little dictionary thing right
Yeah,
now?
I got
what
you.
What are some terms that that kind of describe sexuality that maybe the average person doesn't know?
Okay, well first I'm a STEM, right? I'm a STEM, and so a STEM lesbian is in the middle, like in feminine lesbian, and then there's a stud, which is very like, you know, manly or masculine, butchy, however you want to describe that. And then there's something in the middle that can kind of like straddle, and I created STEM. Yeah, and there's touch me not studs.
And then there's like someone might call me a femme, and there's like pillow princess femme,
Right.
where you don't do anything, you just kind of like lay there and take everything.
Take it all, yeah.
That doesn't sound like terrible.
Yeah.
It's not like for a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Gold star lesbians, and those are the ones that are virgins to men.
For a lot of people, they can't even imagine a world of sex that doesn't have to do with penetration. Do you feel like you're still a virgin then?
It's how you define it, because if you define like losing your virginity as penetration, then yeah, I'm not a virgin, she is. But then to some people, it's just having any kind of sexual contact, like it could be grinding, anything, that's considered sex to some people too. So
Yeah, if you have an orgasm. Some people consider having an orgasm as sex.
Wait, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
like, oh, that we need a man to de-virgin
solidify
that.
that
Right.
you are actually a sexual being, that like you are now somebody who has had sexual experiences.
That's a
Right.
good point.
That's messed up.
That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because what if
I live in
two
a world
women
without
come
that.
together that have never been with a man? Are they virgins?
Yeah.
Well, Gold Star, which actually sounds way more cool than virgins.
Yeah.
It's like you
Gold
kinda
Star,
upgraded it.
yeah.
Now, when it comes to safe sex, because you don't have to worry about pregnancy, which is one of the perks of having sex with the same sex. But how did you figure out that? Did you have to learn the hard way? I mean, dental dams, for example, are things that we get like passed out in sex ed classes that I don't know anybody who's really ever
A what?
used.
What? Like a piece of foil
It's like a
wrap?
piece of sheet.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a plastic wrap?
Yeah.
What the heck?
So no.
No, I'm not involved in that. I mean, I guess, but for me, like, I'm very careful.
Strap on.
Yeah, we are careful. Like, we put condoms on the strap on, but wrap really is for you and like bacteria and not get anything and not make her sick or whatever. But other than that, I'm very like, I don't just mess around with people. Like, I have to get to know you and like all that other things, and then make sure that you are clean, we're clean. If we have to get tested, that's what it is.
For people out there who know that they have a curiosity but have that fear, you know, what advice would you give?
Just like go for it. Just try it. I feel like everybody is like sexually fluid in some way. Like, that's what we're supposed to be like. We're not supposed to be held back by labels or anything like that. We're supposed to be able to express ourselves and like spread love and like energy and whatever. And I believe in like spirits and things like that. So if you connect with people, like, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? It's not really about the, oh my God, but it's a girl and I'm a girl. Like, it's not really about that. It's really a connection.
If you were to give advice out there to dudes on how to please a woman, like, what are some things that you're like, listen, you guys don't know the secret tip that you need to know?
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a clitoris and they love that. Okay, it's a big deal. I feel like I'm giving lessons all the time to my straight guy friends that can't figure out what is the problem.
Really?
Go down a little bit more, actually a lot more. However many times that you might be going down in sex at this point, you know, triple it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? At least triple it up, okay? And then, you know, like, if you're unsure, you know, maybe, you know, check some pornos and get some techniques down with the tongue, you know what I mean? And then just keep it consistent. Like, don't just be all over the place, you know what I mean? Like, keep it consistent, and that's what will get you the best results possible.
As somebody who's been with both, what advice would you be able to give? And what do you think that, you know, both parties can learn from each other?
The biggest difference is definitely the orgasm thing. Like, every time I have sex with a woman, I have an orgasm. In the past, when I would have sex with men, it would be sometimes. So I just think, like Amber was saying, be consistent, learn your partner, learn every part of her, make sure that she is being satisfied at the end of the day just as much as you are. And then you said, what can lesbians learn from?
Yeah, from dudes.
Oh, okay, what
Maybe
I
the
always...
aggression.
Yeah, I always try to get her sometimes, the aggression. And, and to not be afraid of the penis, because I've been hearing sometimes that, like, some lesbians are intimidated, like, when their girlfriend wants to have a strap-on in the bedroom, but I think that it's not really about being straight or being gay. Like, a lot of women with vaginas like penetration because that's, you know, what most
pleasing.
vaginas like. Yeah, so don't be intimidated by it. You know, take it, figure out what works best for you, and just, like, try to get into it as much as you can, because when you're strapping a girl and you're not into it, it's obvious and it's not as fun.
And you guys definitely tied. So you guys are a dope ass couple. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
I've learned a lot in this lesson, and I'm just gonna request an ending group hug.
Yeah.
If I start copping the feel, don't hate on me though.
Yay! I produced a fun video for Shameless Maya. Please go check it out. Also, me and Amber have one more video where we shared a lot of secrets.
Have a sexual dream involving someone here. What's it ready?
It's her and Kiera. I'm sure everybody at home has also had the same dream, so.